It's Not My Fault by Megan Thee Stallion and Renee Rapp. Renee Rapp featuring Megan Thee Stallion. I have something to say about myself deceased. It's not my fault that I'm deceased is really true that it's not a fault, but I am myself deceased means I decease myself. That doesn't mean that I decease myself about something that I have um, walked into. It might be somebody else causing me my need to decease myself. That means decease means that heaven rests on the matter. It doesn't move forward on any subject that I decease with myself. For example, uh, when I say I don't eat pork, I say no pork. Heaven doesn't really send me pork that I must eat it. I can always elect not to eat the pork. I can usually get something else instead, because I do need to eat. But I mostly have to decease myself about, let's say I heard somebody say something to me or somebody did something against myself. I have to decease myself because it's right here on the body, God form. And that's too much karma. I have to do presence of mind for myself. And I don't afford that people, strangers, make me need to decease myself on something that I think it's really not a question. Why is it near myself? Because it's like an accident every day when the strangers talk to myself. What I'm going to do with myself, I have to decease myself right here in my own home because I have a home invasion through the front door. You don't stay out of the front door, and I don't want to know anything about what you want to do inside the front door of where, because it's the address. You want to talk to me about the address on the outside of the house. There's no reason for someone to live on the inside of my residence when there's an address on the outside of the house or housing. Yeah, I don't actually agree with you on that. Motions over motions. You want to talk to me about myself inside of an address. The address has a road, it has a house number or a building number, it has a zip code, it has a country if you have international mail and mailing addresses. It has a phone company, it has billing, it has the mailman, it has the address. They have the address and check the address and leave the address 6 days a week in America. um, I'm not interested in sexual abuse inside of an address. I think that's extremely far in the wrong. That's as far in the wrong as it goes with me because I would rather die than have sex with any one of you over the address or anything because you're not myself. I'm here because I don't like you. I'm not here because I came as God and I want you to believe in me. I've said that before, but I have to say it again because you don't understand that I'm not here as God and that I've come here to be with you. I would be blissing if that was true and you would know who I am. If you don't know who I am, I died to be here. That's you not knowing who I am. And that's how you know if you ever cross paths with myself or you ever see me that I'm here is that I died against yourself. If I'm not blissing in your presence, I died against yourself. So please don't take it personally. That's yourself being alive in front of me. That's not me being in front of you. Over 12,000 viewers of the Charles Toh YouTube channel, or if that's what it is. I didn't set it up. I found it was already there on the cell phone. And the first video is something died to put the first video on. And I am myself deceased, and I'm deceasing myself with more videos that I'm doing myself. This is partly missing the, well, it looks like that here. And it looks like that here. The printing is not complete. There are too many M&Ms in circulation. How do you get an M&M with the M being brown and not white? And what if it's white in the background, just like this, with the brown M on top? Can you get M&Ms like that? There are too many M&Ms for me to know. I don't make M&Ms while I'm eating them. I make M&Ms elsewhere. Joey Buttafuoco, Amber Heard. I just have to say those names for homeless because I'm homeless. I hear God a little more than I want to about making these videos. Well, they're really unnecessary roughness on myself. I can afford to die. I can afford that heaven did this for me, but I'm accidentally on the internet as a way to be on television for me to do it myself because I'm not in a television studio. I don't have anyone holding the cameras for me. I'm doing this myself and posting it on the internet. And if it ends up on TV that way, I don't think I fit into any of the time restraints of television, like 30-minute segment, no, 30-minute show or a 60-minute show, 1 hour. I don't fit in there. The Cartoon Network has little segment cartoons, and they do show up on the TV guide that they are some 15 minutes or so. Sometimes it could be telling you how many minutes it is, less than a half an hour. But I don't think I belong on the Cartoon Network, but I can see how they would accommodate myself if necessary. I am myself deceased. I used to watch cartoons when I was growing up. I've been alive since the age of 3, watching cartoons since the Smurfs, since Looney Tunes. I watched He-Man, She-Ra. I watched Thundercats. I watched Tom and Jerry. That was before I watched Woody Woodpecker. I watched Popeye. Um, a little Charlie Brown on the holidays. Um, I watched the Muppets, the Fraggles. They're not cartoons, but they're for kids or children. I was a child myself, but I am the order. I'm not really a child that way. I am myself the reason that children are formed. Uh, there are many reasons that I have been homeless, but I don't know you in coma. So I'm on the next matter, which is what do I do with the rest of these M&Ms? I have this many left in the bag, and I don't have anyone to get me more right now unless I get them because they've been offered to myself. I asked for these and I got them, and they were Mitch was happy to bring them to me, but he has the same last name as me, Moser. But my last name is deceased, and he still brought me food, and I thank him for that. That was very excellently elsewhere. I don't actually know how to get more M&Ms if he doesn't just bring them to me because he knows I like them and he already got them for me before. And then I need other food for that same reason. And Donna is that complicated. Donna is my mom figure. He calls her mom as well. And I need that somebody would give me food the way she did, where I didn't have to ask for it, including when I went to school. I don't know anything about the school making arrangements with Donna that she was going to have dinner for me in the house. I don't know if everybody eats as much as I do, but I used to eat about 6 times a day because I was an athlete, and I would sometimes do sports twice a day. And it was hysterical that my mom was cooking and I was eating all that food. But now I'm retired because I got older and I have some other problems that are having to do with me having to work every day. And so I got out of that problem. I need that the food is available to myself. It's not really offered to me as God. It might be offered to other people, but I'm living here alone and I can't offer food to somebody else while I'm living alone. And I'm due deceased out of the formed world living alone because I'm moving the door locking and I'm keeping this space for my next address. Not address from the outside, but like address. And I'm saying, like, addressing myself as God, this place will turn into some place where I can be as God. And that's how Charles Toh owes me an apology, that he was in myself when he wasn't doing myself in the door locking. And I don't have a way to say that I'm sorry about Charles Toh because I don't know where he is. He might not be alive, but he could just be missing, and I don't know where he is everywhere that he's not right in front of myself. He could be anywhere in the whole world where he's not in front of myself, and I don't know that. And I acknowledge that about myself. It's very a thick problem. Um, so I would like to say thank you to Mitch for the M&Ms, and I do love them, and I would love more. But I can't send him the videos. He has to find the video or see it on TV, which I don't think will happen. But if he likes the Cartoon Network, that would be great. So Cartoon Network for the short segments, or you want to do that to another channel? Um, um, I'm not a cartoon. Is everything on the Cartoon Network a cartoon? From time to time on South Park, on Comedy Central, South Park has uh, real special effects to the cartoon, such as like if it makes an explosion with flames or fire, you can see it like really true flames and fire in the cartoon, and then that will diminish and it'll go back to being the colored cartoon. So I don't know how to get something real on the Cartoon Network. I'm real and I do love myself. What channels did I watch cartoons on when I was growing up? Over the air television. There was no cable for some of it. And then there was a little cable at the end of me watching cartoons in my first original house. And then when I moved, of course, there was cable. And then I watched more cartoons. So uh, over the air TV would be, I guess, ABC. No, I can't really be sure. Okay, cartoon channels. Channel 18. I don't know the name of that network. It would not be ABC, CBS, NBC. It's not those three. It would be like another one that's a higher number than those. It was still over the air though. And that means the TV had an antenna. I used to adjust that antenna. I even saw cartoons in a black and white TV. I have a color TV as well after that. So it's homeless to know you. This is the end of I'm coming close to the end of all the videos, and I'm really excited because I don't want to be the bad news with my head anymore. I need the creation to move around myself, but I am the one who's been seeing the damages to this God form, Godhead exactly. And I can't stop talking about it because it's disturbing. I don't want to be disturbed forever in the afterlife. I need a higher existence than this. Thank you.